where we give you a very expensive take in all of sports. It could be a take we already covered that we want to dive into more specifically, or it could be something that we haven't got to talk about on this show. Now, Zay, I'm going to pass over the mic to you to go first.
Yeah, so my take for 99 cents is that Sunday's 1 p.m. slate was absolutely dreadful to watch. I mean, I felt bad for Scott Hansen, who was doing the red zone. He had nothing to talk about for every single game that was on at 1 o'clock. I'm talking about it must have been a defensive masterclass that everybody cooked up the night before that nobody on offense could score. It was terrible. It was boring to watch. What happened to the offense? What happened to the referees in the NFL wanting to make sure that offenses are explosive, that teams are putting high-scoring games, and that the defenses are basically handcuffed to doing nothing but allowing offenses to score? We didn't see that on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I was pissed off watching those damn games. Watching every week, one game after game after game, just a lackluster performance left and right. And I think it's a huge importance to highlight that these tight ends are not being implemented on these offensive schemes. Like, what happened to the tight end position? Is it disappeared? Was Jimmy Graham onto something when he wanted to get paid like a receiver? Because these tight ends are completely gone.
Sam Laporta, all these cats. Travis Kelce, gone.
Everybody. And we're not saying it because they're lacking talent or they can't play the damn game. Is that they're not getting targeted on the offense. They're not getting schemed. They're not getting plays. They're not check down merchants. These are 6'5", 6'6" guys that can run 4-3, 4-4, 4-5 down the field. Route running. They got all the intangibles. Block. They can do everything that you can ask them to do. They're damn near offensive tackles with wide receiver hands, and they're not getting a single target. They can't get a touchdown pass. Like, that doesn't make any sense. What the hell is happening? I think Kincaid is the league in touchdowns for tight ends. I might be mistaken. It might be Isaiah Likely because he had that first week game. But outside of that, these tight ends been obsolete. They've been transparent. They couldn't be found. It's ridiculous. What the hell is the NFL doing between these 1 p.m. games and the lack of touches that these tight ends are getting? Pause. No Diddy. My apologies. It's ridiculous though. The NFL used to be fun. It used to be electric. It used to be fun to wake up at 11 a.m. to watch these 1 p.m. games, to watch the best of the best play. But when you remove the tight ends from the situation, when you remove an additional pass catcher from the situation, the game looks lost. The game looks like they don't know how to play through a zone. That they can't play through man coverage. It looks crazy. So my take for 99 is really this. One question. What the hell happened to the NFL? And I'm done for that.
Nah, I mean, it's a good take because the tight end position in the NFL in the offseason was hyped up to be like the best in a long time. Last year, Sam Laporta broke out for the Lions, so we thought that, okay, it's no longer Travis Kelce's world. We're going to have some competition. We have Dalton Kincaid. They traded away Diggs. We expect big things from him, and he's probably been the best tight end, arguably, with the opportunity he's been getting. You look at other tight ends as well, and they used to be the quarterback best friend. I remember the days of Rob Gronkowski when he set the NFL record for touchdowns by tight end in the season, 17, for the Patriots in 2011. I remember when him and Jimmy Graham was going back and forth, and we was debating whether it was Jimmy Graham or Rob Gronkowski was the best tight end in the league. Jimmy Graham fell one touchdown short of Gronk in 2013. Okay, they was going back and forth. What about Antonio Gates, 2004, 13 touchdown receptions, becoming a dominant tight end? What happened to those days? They used to be the quarterback's best friend. What happened? I like to take a lot. I think the NFL is transitioning away from the tight end and focusing more on wide receiver sets, 3 wide receiver sets, and sometimes 4. So, I think the league is a little bit. That's the league for you, Zay. It's always shifting. It's always changing. It's always evolving. And right now, the tight ends are not in the plans. All right. I'm going to go ahead with my take for 99. Quarterback structure is important. And don't forget that. Okay? If this conversation that me and Zay had for the last 2 hours taught you anything, the Caleb Williams conversation, the Daniels conversation, is that quarterback structure matters. Okay? Take the Saints for an example. Clint Kubiak came in and transformed that very offense from last year and has gotten Derek Carr to play well. Now, I understand on Sunday he did not perform well and they lost that game. It was mediocre. But, man, they dropped 40-plus in the first 2 games of the year. Okay? Now, what we need to know is that where did Clint Kubiak come from? The LaFleur tree. And what we have to realize is that not the LaFleur tree, the Sean McVay tree. Okay? LaFleur came from Sean McVay. What we have to realize is that the Sean McVay and the Kyle Shanahan tree is dominating the NFL. Okay? And it is definitely an offense that you want to play for. Let's look at the list here. Derek Carr now joined a list that include Ryan Tannehill, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford. Now, what do all these quarterbacks have in common? They had their careers resurrected by either Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan inspired system. Okay? Look at how well Malik Willis is playing right now. This is a guy that the Titans were quick to get out of here, bro. Get out of here. They didn't even give him a shot, realistically, when they drafted him. And yet he's winning games. He's 2-0 under LaFleur. Okay? They gave up so quickly. He had a 3rd and 18 on Sunday. He hit the ball down the field. He threw the ball down the field to Christian Watson for a completed pass on 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18. That's a drive killer normally. But the coach has installed confidence in him to make that throw. He knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He knows he has a strong arm. He knows that he can run the ball. So tap into that. Okay? Look at Geno Smith, 3-0. Look at Sam Darnold, 3-0. Okay, look at it. Now, if I'm Bryce Young, who got benched the other day, who got humiliated, okay, for the public media to see, you have fans telling him, hold your head up, bruh. When he's a millionaire and they broke probably. Hold your head up. No, you hold your head up, bruh. Okay? If I'm him, I would request a trade and I would prefer to land in a Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan system. Preferably Miami, where I can play for Mike McDaniel, who resurrected Tua's career, who came from, yeah, you guessed it, Kyle Shanahan. That's where I want to be with those weapons, okay? And that's who's running the league. And that's why quarterback structure is very important. And that's my take for 99.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Matt LaFleur doing a fantastic job. I left him off my top 10 coaches list. And I feel sorry about that every day after the tremendous things he's done with Malik Willis and what they're doing over there in Green Bay. Especially with Jordan Love, it's just a cycling of quarterback tree. And it all trickles down to the Shanahan, who I have issues with for separate reasons, but developing a quarterback is not one of them. I think, it's a tremendous job of what's been going on and what hasn't been happening. And other coaches, younger coaches, are trying to develop those same repertoires and trying to create that tree to keep going down the line. But I think when you look at Shanahan and what he's been able to do, it all comes from like that same tree. Like all the branches all circle right back down to the roots of what Shanahan's capable of doing and developing a quarterback. So, shout out to them.
Zay, it was a good show. As always, I'm looking forward to the next.